Hey everyone, Coach Investor back with another Square video for today. So yesterday, huge news, huge day for Square, 5% up on the day because Bloomberg reported that Square might launch a checking and a savings account in the near future. How did they know that? Well, they found out in a code of a potential future update that this might be launching. Obviously, Square did not comment on this, so right now this is just speculation. But we've been talking about Square for a long time. We've been talking about the fact that Square is going to become this next generation bank, and the fact that Square is here to eat all those other banks their lunch. So slowly but surely this becomes reality. Square will become bigger than ever. If you haven't watched my previous videos about Square, I've been talking about it for over a year now. All videos will be in the top right corner. In this video we're going to focus on this. We're going to talk a bit again about the digital wallet aspect, look at the graph, and super short video. So without further ado, let's dive into this. Alright, so quick look at the graph. We can see that right now we are rebounding off that $200 price tag. We've been a bit lower for a couple of days, but that 200 line right here is really going to be a big support line for the future. Previous resistance bounced off a couple of times in the past. Right now it bounced off that 200 moving average line, so that's great. Let's hope it keeps its head above the water for a couple of days to make sure that this really is the bottom, and then let's make our way up. All right, now let's talk about the big news, the rumored checking and savings account. Now you might ask yourself, why is this such a big deal? Well, the main point of a bank, or for Square for example, is for you people to use their services more and more, to put more money inside the system. The more money Square has inside their whole ecosystem, the better it is for them. Like most banks out there, the more money they have, the more money you have in your savings account or whatever account, the better it is for the bank. Now, same thing with Square. Even if you're not a Square user for Square Seller or Cash App or whatever, the fact that you will start putting some money in one of those checkings or savings account is already a first step towards you using more and more of their ecosystem. My next video will be about Apple and their ecosystem, so stay tuned for that. But for Square, this is exactly the same thing. First step, put your money in one of those accounts, and then maybe you'll start using Cash App, start sending money to your kids, to your friends, whatever. Start using more things in Cash App. Maybe you are a small business, use Square Seller side, and the ball keeps on rolling. So now let's go jump into that article. So payment company Square rose more than 5% in afternoon trading Monday after Bloomberg News reported the payment company could offer savings and checkings account in the near future. The report said a code within Square app update revealed the company's plan, including details about checkings and savings accounts. Continues by saying the hidden code uses rhetoric that leads Bloomberg to believe Square will offer a 0.5% interest rate for its savings account through 2021. Obviously, Square did not comment on the report. And here's a small recap of Square's earning. We covered that on this channel as well, but here's a quick recap. So Square reported first quarter earnings of 41 cents, well above the FactSet estimate of 17 cents. Revenue of $5.06 billion also came above expectations of $3.36 billion. So like I said, right now, pretty speculative. But if it is true, which I believe it will be true, this is going to be huge for Square. Now touching back on their earnings report and what we could expect for the next earnings report, because right now, obviously, Bitcoin is taking a huge hit. It's going to affect the likes of Tesla, MicroStrategies, and maybe even Square, because obviously Square makes a shit ton of money on Bitcoin trading. Whether you like it or not, they are correlated. That's why a lot of people were actually surprised to see Tesla and Square today in the greens while Bitcoin was taking a huge hit during the weekend. So just stay tuned for that in the future when Bitcoin dives or when Bitcoin goes up. Maybe sometimes you will see Square being correlated to that. But let's take two scenarios. Bitcoin goes to $1 million. Who's a huge winner in that? Square will be a huge winner because, well, maybe lots of people will start buying, selling, sending Bitcoin on Cash App. They take a small portion of a fee and gain from that. So their margins on that will become bigger and bigger. Now, let's say Bitcoin goes to zero over time. What other app will you be using to send currency or whatever? Square, so they'll win on that as well. Now, in one of my previous videos when I talked about digital wallets and, well, what Cathie Wood is expecting digital wallets to be worth in the future, so I want to show that clip again right now. As we can see right here, at maturity, each digital wallet user could be worth roughly $20,000. You can see here on the graph, what does that entail? So they continue by saying, if digital wallets were to become consumer financial dashboards, ARK estimates that the net present value associated with their financial service revenues will exceed $10,000 per average US user. Beyond financial services, digital wallets could become a lead generation platform for offline and online commerce, as you can see right here, potentially adding another $9,000 to $10,000 to the net present value of their revenues. So like we've seen again in this clip, the more usability Square Cash App offers to people, the better it will be in the future. If those wallets will be worth $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in the future, that's great for Square, great for us shareholders, but especially for Square and the whole ecosystem. The bigger it becomes, the better it will be for the company, and the more they will be able to offer their customers, which is great. And then obviously traditional banks will probably crumble and disappear over time. Not saying this is going to happen overnight, this will take a couple of years, but the big goal, the end goal for Square is to be the biggest player in the fintech world. And my last point for this video, also leave your thoughts down below what you think of this for Square. But to me, everything you see right now is Square United States. The moment Square starts accelerating outside of the United States, because Europe is a huge market, I don't know why they're sleeping on it. It's taking a long time. So I don't know if they will be successful in Europe in the short term, maybe in the super long term, yes. In the short term, I think Europe is going to be a very difficult market for Square to enter. I do believe that the likes of Australia and Africa is maybe ripe for disruption, and they should go and focus on those markets instead of Europe, because right now, in my eyes, I believe they are a bit late to the party. But let me know down in the comments below what you think about that. Overall, pretty exciting news for Square shareholders, I believe. Whether it's true or not, I think there's a big probability that it is true. It's not going to come very fast or easy to grow this segment for Square. I still believe that Square should be going into lending as well. Maybe acquire a company like Upstart. Who knows? I will cover Upstart in the future as well. But that will be it for this video. Let me know down in comments below what you think about Square and this move. Where do you see this going for Square in the future? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like these videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. And as always guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.